What is up, my legends? All right, so I had seen the second page, and I cut it out of the first video because I started talking about it in the first video, and then I realized you guys didn't see it because I edited it out. But I looked down at this, and I was like, bro, this is gonna take another 20 minutes. Like, there's no way I'm not talking for 40 minutes in one video about this stuff. So I separated it. So you guys get that one half, and then we're gonna take proper time to actually digest and talk about this one because it deserves to have a separate video because this is actually pretty big stuff. So the 4 and 5 star characters, they got buffs, and you can see basically here who is pretty good because what this does is it gives us a graph now, and we know where these characters base stats are all in one place, and it's an official one. It's not somebody guessing. It's not somebody, just putting shit together from like some Korean website or something like that. This is officially from the game and the dev team itself. No offense to anybody on any other website, but I rather have the stats from the company themselves. So right off the bat, the first thing that stuck out to me is how high Silk's base attack is. Off the bat, that's pretty nice, that 880 right there, and she's only a 4 on top of that, so like that's pretty good. She's only a 4 and she goes up that much on that, and then her wanderer isn't as much, but that's still good. Now it's weird because it says Mercedes attack is actually like pretty high itself, but that doesn't translate well when it comes to her skills, not at all. But is what it is. But Arbiter on Vildred actually has pretty good attack too, and his normal Vildred. So as you go down and start to look at these character stats, and Armin's defense sticks out to me with the 683. As we go down, Bloodblade Karine sticks out a little bit to me with that 907. Health wise, Cecilia was looking pretty good with her health. Then you see Dark Corvus kind of eclipses her with 5,850. So that's pretty good. Ball Sazan with 961 is a pretty big jump. Fein with 989, which so far when you come down, that's like the highest so far. And she's the first character to do it that's mainly a single target based character. If you notice, everybody else here was AoE, who had a pretty good attack, like Mercedes, Silk, both Mercedes, Kisei, Vildred. You start going down the line and you see that the majority of these characters with a higher attack, they are mainly AoE characters. Karine does a good job, but she's not really an AoE character. But going now, let's see who's highest health right now as we start to look. I think Cecilia might have it. Yeah, I think look at Basar. Look at Basar and Ludwig. Look at their attacks. And look at martial artist Ken. They're triple digits. I mean quadruple digits rather, I'm sorry. And it seems that Ludwig has the highest, but again, he's the AoE character, and sometimes their skills are split in between AoE damage and their skills say that actually, so can't take that seriously. T-Win 5,809, that's a big jump. They clearly were trying to buff him and give him something, because like it's what I was complaining about before, that his health and defense was trash. So they giving him a little bit of something. A little something. So he has Cecilia beat, so T-Win now is the second highest. Let me see, does he beat Corvus? Corvus is 8. Let me see, I lost her. Ken has pretty good, normal Ken has pretty good HP too, so he can be a tank. No, he's 4th. Normal Ken has him beat by like 41. So it's pretty interesting. Overall, this is why I wanted to take time with this, because it's pretty cool to see these stats and see what these characters looking like. Look at Gilder Aether. I lost it. Oh, there we go. Gilder Aether with that 934 attack. That is hilarious. That's about the same as Clarice's. Like wow. Um, trying to make that boy Aether. Boy, it's a boy. Got people on there. Got people on freaking Reddit talking about it's a girl. It probably was supposed to be a girl, but it ain't a girl right now, so it's a boy. All right. So let's go on here and see Dingo. He got some text repair. No, you see, Dingo. I want to like you, but I just won't. But you did get, a little bit of, I guess, a little bit of something. So cuts enemy with 35%, 50% chance to cause bleeding, and to after cuts enemy, pretty much the same thing again. Now it adds 30% chance to activate quick grill. Okay. Boss is on. I want Boss on. I was saying this in Discord earlier in the morning that I want him to be good because I like his concept. I would like to use him because I think he's a cool character. It's just that he just wasn't very useful. Most of the mages in the game fall into that category, sadly. Boss is on. Summons darkness. So what changed? That's all I want to know is what changed. All right, so his skill, it went up by 15%, max 85, decreased turn. It makes them unhealable for 2 turns. So it's just a raw buff. Is that it? That's it? It looks like it. That's not enough. The cooldown skill has been reduced by 1 turn. I mean, I don't think that's enough. I think he needs a little bit more. They're gonna have to come back some. Then again, that reduced cooldown might do something. I still think that's not enough for him. He needs a little bit more, but we'll see. All right, going to Fein, 5-star warrior. Let's see here. Adjustments made to this character. This caster's increase attack and speed for 2 turns when the dragon skill roar is used. Okay, well, she has definitely a good single target attack up on her stats. Let's see, the dragon howl with a 40%. Okay, so now it can go up to 50% chance to silence 1 turn. That was there before granting attack and speed increase for 2 turns. That's actually pretty nice for her. Attack and speed on her. That's really nice, depending on how much it is, but for her to have a self buff now is pretty nice. Alright, so we have Coley, which I actually like her, but she's a little bit underwhelming, but she's a thief. And let's see what she has here. Proportion of speed, ambushes, activating ambush with stealth, damage, that's the same thing. Adjustments have been made so that the barrier granted for 1 turn when skill active is used. Isn't that like a nerf? It seems like a nerf. Alright, let's go down to the bottom. And this one seems to be the same. Barrier strength increases the proportion of the caster's attack. And the damage decreases proportion of the caster's speed. Ooh, that's interesting. You have 2 scaling proponents and 1 particular skill. That's pretty interesting. Well, she scales with attack and speed anyway, so that's pretty interesting. Adjustments have been made so the combat readiness is decreased by 25% 3 times and not 50%. Also, stun conditions have that, but doesn't that seem like a little bit of a nerf too? Yeah, it does seem like a little bit of nerf. Maybe it'll help. Let me read that again. Adjustments have been made so combat readiness is decreased by 25% 3 times and not 50%. Also, the stun conditions have been removed. Yeah, that looks like a nerf, in my opinion, but okay. And Awaken, right there, baptism by fire. Let's look at what changed after. Alright, so decreases combat readiness by 25%. 3 times after granting the caster stealth for 1 turn. Okay, so 3 times. That's weird. It's still a little bit weird. I'm kind of seeing. I'm trying to understand what they were. This all seems like a nerf, but saying that she does it 3 times, like how 3 times? Like this, we're gonna have to see when she's actually in the game. But that looks like more of a nerf, unless you do it to everybody. But it doesn't say do it to everybody. It just says by 3 times. So wouldn't that be 75%? If it does it 3 times per 25%. Like I said, we're gonna have to see. Tiaria, one of the fan favorites in the game. She's definitely a Bay. The base speed has been reduced from 108 to 96. Okay, that makes her slower than a lot of people now. A skill Dance of Sands applied during the attack excludes the caster. Okay, interesting. Increases the combat readiness allies by 10% when the attack hits. So she basically speeds up everybody, but she doesn't speed up herself, which is one of the things that made her pretty cool. When the Soul Break is used, it decreases the amount of damage dealt to the target. The caster's critical damage and target's defense is also affected. Alright. Awakening will cause the damage to increase. Alright, so she's one of them that caught a nice nerf back. Soul Break. Let's see. It now changed to strike an enemy strongly dealing damage proportional to the target's max health. So she just lost the defense altogether. Yikes. Yikes. So they just made her a nuker. She's a nuker minus the defense break now. Yikes. Yeah, a lot of people gonna refund her now. Oh god, Elsa's next. Skills after enhance. One turn. They got rid of the effect chance because she no longer uses that stuff. So I'm like, yeah, they made her a nuker now. But she's a 3-star, so she's not really gonna like that. She's not gonna get used anymore now at all. It's gonna make more people go towards Sicilian now too as a tank, because she has a good chance to defense break with the 50% at least. Cooldown. Let's see what changed. Alright, so all the time his light's protection was used at a good speed. They increased the turn cooldown of it, which is a yikes. And that's all they did. I'm looking, that's all they did. They just increased the cooldown and they made it 6 turns. He still does it. And it doesn't say anything about the defense buff being like lowered or anything like that. Unless I missed something, it doesn't say anyway. Alright, Chorus, who was also part of it. Cooldown for the cheer has been increased for 1 turn. Continuous healing has been removed. Yikes. Alright, so let's see the after for the cheer. So no continuous healing. Increases speed for 2 turns, increases allies, and decreases skill cooldown for 1 turn. Alright, so the sustainability of both the characters already has just been wiped out. Let's look at Ilios Axe. What could they have done to hurt our feelings with Ilios Axe? Because I was actually going to use him and start working on him a week before they decided, like, I mean, literally, like, they decided, okay, Ilios Axe is getting nerfed. And I was like, oh, well, okay, not going to use you now. like, yeah. Changes are made to skill to disconnect. So critical hit inflicts bleeding 1 turn. It does not increase attack. Alright. And the browser closed, but we're back. Alright, Plague Strike. Pretty much we get a chance to decrease defense by 2 turns. So they kept his ability to decrease defense. So you can still use him like that. That's pretty good that they kept that ability. It went to 3 turns, and yeah, it just went to 3 turns on the cooldown. But there's no health loss, so no increased damage to it. But it's cool that they kept the decreased defense though. That makes them still usable. Ukacha. Damage dealt by a skill Ancient Spirit has been increased by 20%. Attacks with a spear increasing all combat readiness by 20%. Damage dealt to the caster's speed. Okay, so what changed? Adjustments have been made so that the speed of the caster and not it's increased. So what they did is they kind of got rid of the overlapping stacking that people were doing. That's what this theme of all of this is that they don't want you overlapping buffs on characters. They're trying to make it harder to do that, which I get. I kind of get that, but let's look at Wild. After now, it increases speed by 1% each time the caster attacks an enemy. Effect can only stack up to 5 times, so it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. Like, speed doesn't go to everybody. Interesting. So that's gonna make him not be useful now. So yeah, you can just see that the overall theme of all of this is that they just don't want this stuff. They don't want the game to be all speed meta and stacking all over the place with speed, and that takes away the mechanics of the other armor sets. That's kind of why it became a problem, and that's kind of what they're taking away right now, and what I'm getting from all of this, which makes a whole lot of sense. You want people to use the other armor sets and not just run after using speed sets the entire time. That's kind of silly. It's their mistake for allowing that to be like that from the get-go. Anyway, people are just going to use what they find more optimal, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just going to have a blowback because people aren't going to like the fact that they're taking it away, and then there's people that's going to be complaining and saying that, oh, why'd you do that? The game doesn't have proper programming, and you just know. It's just going to be a bunch of sour grapes at the end of the day. I'm just going to adjust. Majority, I didn't use majority of these characters anyway, besides Axe God, so it kind of doesn't affect me. But it is what it is. You just have to keep playing and hope that you can win with what you got. Let's go down. And Light and Blow. Attacks with a fatal blow, 75%, 100% chance to increase defense. So that's still there. Like the debuffs is always what's good. Like it's always like the defense debuffs. I'm glad they didn't get rid of that, because I thought they were gonna nerf that on these characters, but they did not. All right, so what is this one? Oh, Butcher. Okay, so let's look at that. Butcher Corpse damage reduction overlap with the damage reduction effect. Damage suffered at 1 attack does not exceed 50%. Again, they don't want stuff overlapping again. Get it? And then Sasha Thanes is just like the big overlap. So combat readiness of enemies when defeated. Adjustments have been made so it does not overlap with the same effect. Yep, again, the overlapping again. It's been nerfed down to 8 to 16% when the enemy defeated. Does not overlap with an artifact providing the same effect, which probably is going to make people not use that at all. Time Matter exclusive. Do I have that one? I don't think so. Reduces the cooldown on 1 turn the enemy is killed, increases damage and yeah, I don't have that. I don't have that at all. Has been fixed. Well, if it didn't work, that's good, because I didn't have it to begin with. Rod of Amaryllis. I do have that. The artifact has been added so that they are applied to the lowest percentage of health. Previous skill, 12 to 20% using a non-attack skill. Heals the ally with the lowest percent maxed by 12 to 24% using a non-attack skill. What the hell even changed? Oh, it's just smart healing now. That's all that is. It's just smart healing. Yeah. Goblin Lamp. I have a Goblin Lamp. The artifacts have been added so that they are applied to the lowest percentage health. Same thing with Goblin Lamp. Heal the ally with the lowest health at the beginning of the round. Okay. That's not that bad. Improvements in restoration material have enhanced the amount of Morgul required to announce skills. Enhanced skills has been reduced. Thank you. The amount of Morgul required enhanced skills of 4 or 5 stars have been reduced by 43%. Thank you. That is nice. I will take all of that. So third skill now is Morgul go 5. Wait, after? Oh, they just took away the Morgul altogether. So where'd the Morgul go? You even use that anymore? You can exchange Morgul that you had in the normal shop exchange and it will give you 25 Morgul. Bro, what? I got a lot. I got a lot. I got a lot. Noble Oath has been added to the artifacts list of Covenant summons. Bruh. I'm triggered now. Whatever. Maid Chloe has been added to the Heroes of Moonlight summon. Assassin Sid has been added to this. Watch me get Chloe. But I actually like that version, so I ain't gonna be mad. A bug where players earn less gold for certain heroes has been fixed. Or what? Fast English lines have now been added. The other Bass Friendship level has been fixed. The E icon, all of this stuff. What is this stuff? Is this just cheese stuff? The buff effects. All defense have been reduced. Oh, it did get nerfed. There it is right there. It did get wrecked. Alright, sorry Elsa. I thought maybe they wouldn't have had actually done that, but Elsa, you kinda got dicked, but whatever. The cost of unequipped and equivalent will go down to 0. Reduction time, y'all ain't gonna be swapping shit all day. As soon as that patch go up, I'm like, what? I'm testing gear on everybody. You will run out of entries for a challenge. It will be disabled. Written notification will appear on the challenge list. Reputation of challenge has been excluded. Battle when guild buffs are purchased, there's no problem. There was no problem with guild coins. This issue was fixed. Yeah, Morgul will not be getting traded. Like, I got so many Morgul goes. I'm so happy. I'm gonna be maxing characters. A preview for the new side story, A Small Miracle. Look at the homie. Look at the home. A small. Is it gonna be Vagabond Raz? You gonna bless up the Vagabond Raz? Nah, you gonna. It's probably gonna be Raz with a damn Christmas hat on, and he's gonna be a Soul Weaver, and everybody gonna laugh at him. All right. So that was all the changes. I will catch you guys next video. Be legendary. See you soon.